Game number 1. We are still in the first qualifier for Meta Madness, everybody. And we are looking at our second winner bracket final. We have Ping Gapped, the European North American combo, with Cure, Legacy and Madara going up against the Raiders. And our first map is Shire. So quick catch up. This is qualifier number 1. In qualifier number 1, we have no pre-banned heroes. You can only play hero once within the series. As we are hitting more and more sub-goals on Twitch, more and more heroes will be pre-banned. So once that we're heading into qualifier number 2, qualifier number 3, and so on and so forth, we will have pre-banned heroes depending on those sub-goals. I will always inform you guys. You're gonna see right down there, I'm gonna put the banned heroes in and give you all the info. But in this first qualifier, there are no pre-bans. But again, you can only play a hero once within a series. Now, this is Meta Madness 8 right now. We have $2,000 of prize money on the line, fully financed by myself here. We don't have like a big sponsor or anything. So this is financed by me. And we already had insanely good games. I mean, insane games. I was blown away by the round of 8 match that I casted, and then also the first winner bracket semi-final was ridiculous. It was absolutely unbelievable. So very much looking forward now to see Ping Gapped again as we're going into Shire. And yeah, it's been a ton of fun. And I cannot wait for the next events to happen there. Couple of things I also want to highlight. We have, with Meta Madness, also put more merch on the shop. People have always asked for us to add some additional collections. I mean, again, we have like the Khaldor collection here with like mugs. We have the HGC, the Heroes Gaming Community collection, the Brightwing collection, which I still hate for obvious reasons, and some other stuff. And now we have some new, more motives in for Meta Madness. So if you haven't seen them yet, you can always check them out. There's a link in the video description if you're watching this on YouTube right now, where you can have a look. My personal favorite, the mugs, again, I have like 10 of them, pretty much from all. The only one that I don't have yet is the Meta Madness mug, because it's too new. Couldn't get it yet for myself. Sad panda. But yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, make sure to check it out. Now, as we're heading into this game, we get Chromie from Nano. It's actually an interesting one, because right now, Nano and also Madara are 2 players, one on each side, that like to play Chromie. So I feel that also influences the decision here a bit, because Madara has played Chromie previously on this map. So quickly, Nano locks the hero in as a first pick, takes it away from the opponent, and by now we have Diablo and Brightwing. Dibus has been banned a lot today, by the way. He has been banned fair amount. So having him now in the game is already going to be pretty sweet here. I like Diablo. A good Diablo player is so much fun to watch. And it's just bullying people around all day, every day. Anduin and Dehaka are being picked. Alright, let's see what we are going to get together with Anduin. Is that triggering? Genji's already banned, okay. Now, for a second I was thinking, okay, you got Anduin now, let's go and get that light bomb going. Which they will anyways, but the question is always, who do you combo it off with, right? So that would be the next one to ask here. Tournament, by the way, is open, so any team can join. We have 1 qualifier per weekend right now, and all the qualifiers are double elimination. So teams have multiple chances to get into the later stages. You accumulate points. The farther you go in the tournament, the more points you get. Teams that win a qualifier don't automatically qualify for the playoffs, but because they get the most points possible for a single qualifier, they obviously find themselves immediately in a very nice position to enter the playoffs there. So technically they are more or less qualified if they don't fully drop the ball in the qualifiers after that. But yeah, just a little bit of a background here on how this entire system works. You can find more information in the links in the description and have a look there. We get Sonya and we got Lunara as our 2 picks now. Bambi is making a little bit of a comeback, I want to say. I've seen Lunara now played in the Korean tournament that we covered the other week a bit, and now for the second time she's making an appearance today. She hasn't been played before today, but she's been banned out. And I think it also is a little bit because of the NA players that we're getting here, Madara in particular. So there's that. Final 2 picks, Greymane and Garrosh. Alright, so Anduin, Garrosh in the house. We had Chromie on top of this too. And the final pick, Ultralisk, Maiev. She has been banned. He's been wrecking people again with Maiev earlier today. And now another chance for Ultralisk to show his skills. But he's being targeted pretty heavily when it comes to bans. There's absolutely no denying it. So yeah, people are watching out for him and trying to get his best heroes out of the way as quickly as they possibly can. And it's Sylvanas. Final pick, Sylvanas, Dragonshire map number 1. Again, winner bracket, semifinal number 2. We have Ping Gapped Team PG against the Vinland Raiders. Game number 1, Ultralisk on Sylvanas. For the blue team now, we have Cure on Sonya, Legacy on Brightwing, Madara on Lunara, and Skog is playing Diablo. For the Raiders, on the right side of the map, Dehaka, played by Sven. We got Johan on Garrosh, and Simon on Greymane, Nano on Chromie, and Hunter Orc is playing Anduin. Again, the deep breathing as a level 1 talent. Diablo having none of it, going for the Soul Shield right away. So yeah, let's kick this party off. We already have one team that qualified for the winner bracket final. Who is going to join them? Will it be Ping Gapped? Will it be the North Americans? Or are we going to get the Raiders make their move? And for now, it seems like the Raiders are going to make their move, at least initially. That was a very nice first blood that they got here. Very quickly, so yep, easy kill. Goodbye, Sonya. She came, she saw, and she died. Veni, Vidi, BG. So, we still got Ultralisk here with Sylvanas, and he's obviously going to try to nibble away at the hit point pool of Dehaka a little bit, but that early kill already establishes a little bit of control for the Raiders, and we have their little kill squad roaming the map. But that was a pretty quick kill. Fairly quickly, fairly easy. Just face-checking this hard, and they would love nothing more than follow up on that a bit further. Lunara currently down at the bottom of the map. Went into the Sentinel Wisp as the level 1 talent. And hops her way out of the fight immediately. And topside, there's a lick and there's a kill. Sylvanas gone. Easy. Ultralisk, therefore, now died too. Biden was actually trying to come in and help out, but couldn't do it in time. So all of a sudden, we have 2 kills to 0 in favor of the Raiders. That's a pretty solid start. You can't really ask for much more than that. This is about as good as it gets in the early game. They get 2 kills, a slight lead in experience, but more so a dominant position. A little bit of momentum for themselves. Slight advantage in time, of course, too, when you're now considering that they already have their camp on the map at the top lane. So 2 camps taken by the red team, only 1 by the blues, so if they can fight this back, that would be kind of nice. But yeah, you shouldn't count out Ping Gap. They made an insane comeback happen earlier on today already. I mean, just now thinking about it, the amount of comebacks that we had today, not only the amount, but also the quality of comebacks that we had today in this first qualifier was just mind-boggling. I mean, honestly, it was just insane. Absolutely nuts. So now another safe attempt on Greymane, but it is the first kill for Ping Gapped as they're coming in and taking down the doggy. Yeah, and down at the bottom of the map, Garrosh still has to be a little bit careful. He is fairly low in hit points. I mean, it's all about just trying to get a bit more control over the objective now, as Kure is already going for mercenary camps, the mini objectives on the map. And Madara is just doing what he can at the bottom of the map, but he has to be super careful because Garrosh is simply moving in from the side time and time again. Now we're having Dehaka looking for a lick and looking to somehow deal with the situation here at the top, but he can't. Even the flank with Garrosh and with Greymane trying to assist him didn't quite work out for them. But alright. We have a double control and maybe... Are we actually... Wow! He's getting it. With Skog pushing Garrosh away, he also moved out of range to get the interrupt, and now 3 minutes in, Anduin turns into an actual warrior. He has to go against his typical nature right now. He has to now, for a minute or so, forget that he is inclined to run away at the first sign of danger, and instead just try and face it and go ham. Swing that battle axe. But hey, good for him. Anduin finally manned up and everybody's dying around him. Diablo dies, Sonya dies, and so does Garrosh. So yeah, death and decay everywhere. 3-minute dragon. A little bit of an ass kicking for Lunara, but she survived. But they're doing good damage at the fort in the middle. So here we go. Look at Anduin. Nicely done. Okay. So far, so good. That's actually a really nice start for the Raiders into the game here. Not bad. 4 kills to 2, 1 level ahead, taking the hit points off the fort in the middle. Well, I gotta admit, when I looked at the lineups here, I really thought that the blue team would be the ones entering the series as the favorite. But now that we're looking at another kill and another one, okay, at least an exchange, the Raiders are looking better and better to pull ahead here a little bit, don't they? 5 kills to 3, 1 level ahead. And they're going for the structure at the top, and there's nobody even defending it. Lunara is finally on the way, and they're running out of minions to help them out here. But as long as they have Greymane to just chunk down the hit points, this thing is going to get absolutely destroyed, and Lunara has to be careful. Down at the bottom of the map, the fight continues too. Sylvanas obviously helps with the push. They get Garrosh, but they're losing Diablo. Damn, this game is all over the place all of a sudden. Brightwing dying down here too. I mean, that's the only thing that she really deserves, but still. They're saving both of the heroes at the top side. 7 kills to 4 now. And we nearly have level 10 for them. They took half the hit points in the middle. They nearly took the fort out up at the top. That's kind of bananas. That's really a little bit bonkers right now. I didn't expect that much of an aggressive start into the game. I mean, think about this. We have 5 minutes in, we have 11 kills. That's what we're looking at right now. Yeah. That's not too bad. But alright. Antoine has not made a choice yet. Don't tell me you're going bubble. Is he going Korea now? Full Korea and goes for a bubble. I mean, we have Leap, but there's the Light Bomb. Okay. Light Bomb is in. Oh, Ultralisk is ultra dead. And so is Brightwing. This is how you get a double kill. You just bait them in, and then you take Brightwing out together with whoever was about to be saved. Free double kill, and Q is sitting there and is just praying, don't check, don't check, don't check. And they're not. They're not checking, and now he can jump out with Leap. Yeah, he can simply jump out now. He's gonna try and escape. Oh, well, maybe now he can't jump out anymore. Diablo with an Apocalypse, okay. Q is still waiting with Leap, and should be able to make his way out. He's still not completely gone. I love how he just uses the opportunity to get a few more hits in. Okay, there's the Leap, and the Dragonite has now been taken in the middle. But this all started with a double kill, and I want to take another look at it. The problem is I can't, because now Q is dying. Q is gone, and yeah, this went from bad to worse now for Team Pink Gapped. Here's how it started. Check this one out. So, first they got the... I mean, again, the ult Sylvanas kill her, and Brightwing came in to try and save her, and then gets caught too. Free double kill. Right there. Without even a chance. So now it's 10 kills to 4. The fort at the bottom of the map has now been destroyed. The Dragonite is dealing with a fort in the middle. Let's be honest, Pink Gap is currently getting their ass kicked. Hard. I mean, really hard. Which is fairly surprising if you're looking at the quality of players that we have on their side. This is not flowing together well for them. Another quick kill. The Raiders are just way too strong at this all of a sudden. This is some awesome play that they're showcasing. I mean, the coordination in these attacks is great. Nano is just beasting it with Chromie the entire time here. Shut up. And yeah, it's just bonkers. 12 kills to 4. They're hammering them into the ground now. The entire outer ring of defense has now been destroyed. They don't have a single fort left. Even the Haka is coming in, since they're smelling blood in the water at the bottom of the map. So, yeah. 2-level lead. This is pretty impressive stuff. If anything, I thought that the blue team might have a bit of an advantage heading into the series. I thought it was more on an eye level. I mean, maybe it's just one of these drafts that don't flow together for them, and they can redeem themselves in game number 2. But at least right now, it is so much momentum that the Raiders are carrying. Hard to believe that Pink Gap could bring this back. Then again, thinking about the last 2 matches that we casted here today, there's always a chance. We've seen crazier comebacks than this one. 1.5 levels, that's a team fight and a half, and you're Gucci. So, yeah, let's see what we are getting there. We have first and foremost, of course, level 16. That is going to be a threat if they continue at pace. Sonya has already died 5 times. Cure has died 5 times. That's ridiculous. Now they go for Diablo, and just look at these follow-ups. I mean, they're trying to save him, and they maybe can. Apocalypse is out, but Dibble still dies, despite everything that they're trying to do here. Now they're going for Brightwing again. Sven misses the ult. Sylvanas comes in. Ultralisk thought it was a good idea to engage into 5, and he quickly learned better. So he's dead again. That's 2 heroes down. Diablo at least had his souls together and is back on the map. But the fight doesn't even stop Because the Hakas are... Ooh, that on the other hand, that could lead with... end with Johan dying. No, forget about it. Anduin is there and is the killjoy as usual and just pulls him out of the battle. Gets his trade now double 2 as he hits level 16. And they're already prepping for the next Dragon Knight. They are 3 levels ahead now, nominally. Make it 2. But still, a big lead, of course. And this is just crazy. They're getting another one. That's another Dragon Knight for free. I mean, who's going to interrupt it? Answer is no one. No one, by the way, took the bottom shrine, so that gives a little bit more time to the blue team, but they're still not going to make a play for it. Why would they? Against level 16 talents, it's just not happening. So, yeah. Dragon Knight... What is this, number 3? It's number 3, right? Think about this for a second. We're 10 minutes in, and this is the 3rd Dragon Knight. All for one team. What? Nasty. Well, and now there's a big chance. I mean, at this point, I mean, they're not really using it too much. They're pushing the lanes out first. They're playing it safe. They have a lot of time. But what's the plan here? Attack on 2 lanes? Or just get everybody down to the bottom of the map? Because right now it's just they're just pinning with the Dragon Knight a few of their heroes down at the bot lane. So I guess they're going to try and attack on 3 sides at once with the Haka at the top on the Bridge of Death. Try to thin them out a little bit and then rotate over. They're definitely controlling the map quite nicely. But, yeah. Dragon Knight is in. Gets the wall. Yeah, they just can't get a lot out of Greymane. The defense is honestly decent. There's a lot of poke happening from particularly Lunara, of course. So, yeah. That decay didn't do a lot for them. They pinned them down in their base. They pushed all the lanes out. Made it really hard for them to engage in the middle. That also means that all of the mercenary camps that are still here are now very easy to grab for the raiders. Which they are obviously already trying to do now. So they're already on the way. Trying to go for the next one here. Yeah, gets invaded. And Diablo is there in time. And he's not happy about it. Not even a little bit. Brightwing dead, Diablo dead. I've seen this movie before. I've seen this before. Diablo died and so did Brightwing. Ultralis barely makes it out with a few hit points left. Bambi is on the run. Yeah, now the bot lane too open. Particularly since Sylvanas can't contribute until she has entered the Nexus and gotten a few of her hit points back. There's also Mercenary Camp still coming, so you can already kiss that keep goodbye. 16 kills to 4. You can't tell me that you looked at this game and you really thought that the red team would dominate it this hard. That's crazy. They even go for core. And why would they? They can do a little bit of damage here. If they can get another kill, they might be able to do more than that. But just getting a bit of damage in, if you can just slowly whittle down the shield and get some damage in with Chromium and siege up on it, I mean, the more the better. There's Apocalypse, alright. Can they get a kill? Seems like it, and yes they do. Anduin is dead. And Brightwing is gone. Cure is about to die. He's dropped as well. If they had their support still available, they would now end the game. 91%. But without any sustain, they of course have to back up for now. But even in this exchange, they came out the victor. Now on top of that, we have the next problem, of course, which is level 20. Half a level is all that's needed. Half a level for level 20, and then you can go straight for it. Down to the bottom of the map, siege giants have already been taken. They go for the Bruiser camp. Dragon Knight gets announced. If they get a DK plus level 20 and just right-click the core, they're gonna end the game right then and there. That's the danger now. So, yeah. Blue team, they have to make a stand at some point, and they really gotta decide when exactly that's gonna be. When's the moment where they're saying, alright, enough is enough, let's put our foot down, even if it's an unfortunate battle, and we're at a disadvantage. Do they fight for the Dragon Knight? Right now it just seems like they're trying to catch somebody in a bad rotation and get a quick and easy kill. And I'm not sure they can, and the more time they spend at the top lane, the more dangerous this is gonna be. Also, Dehaka global down and is getting control here. Yeah, but the top, can they kill Garrosh? Well, they lose Brightwing, that's the first thing that happens. The Fruit Fly is down, Trashwing gets trashed, Diablo trying to escape and uses the Apocalypse. But Dehaka is already getting the Dragon Knight. That should be game. What a great game by the Raiders. I mean, I gotta give them credit here. This was a bit unexpected to me. Ultralis is dead. Skork is dead. They're done. They're absolutely done. Cure alone died in this one 6 times. Of course, there is a ping disadvantage. Let's not sugarcoat this. There is a ping disadvantage for the Americans, but it's not this big. It is not this big. This game just fell apart. It's one of those games you gotta shrug off. You gotta say, all right, whatever, it didn't work out for us. Let's just ignore it. Focus on game number 2 and show them what we really can do, because they are better than this. They've proven it. They've proven it in the winner bracket round of 8. But this was, nah, that's Medix. GG, 24 kills to 6 and 1-0 lead for the Raiders. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Raiders are in the lead, and, well, they dominated game number 1. This really seemed like one of those games where you just have to say, okay, it completely fell apart for the blue team, because honestly, yeah, it looked pretty dominant. It was a 1-0 for the Raiders, but yeah, Cursed Hollow is the second map, and the map was chosen by the Raiders, so Sergeant Hammer gets banned immediately. Now again, a quick reminder, heroes that have been played cannot be played again, so 10 heroes are now out of the match. And yeah, the ban patterns really make sense, because now you're banning out Maiev again, since you're trying to target Ultralisk and take some heroes away from him. But if I'm the blue team, then I'm in real trouble now, because they need to win 2 games in a row if they want to go to the winner bracket final, and if not, then they're going to drop down into the losers bracket. Now, we have a double elimination system here, so you're not quite out yet, and even a run through the losers bracket can get you still a lot of points for the leaderboard, so that you then, at the end of the day, can qualify for the playoffs. But I still gotta say, the performance that we're currently seeing from the Raiders was pretty fantastic. Now, if they can repeat that in game number 2 and make this a quick 2-0, that would be pretty impressive. Now, there's a big question, can they pull that off? But yeah, we'll see. I mean, right now, they're in a good spot, but I can only assume that Cure and his team are going to try and bring this one back. They've done it in previous series, and we all know that these guys are more than good enough on an individual level to really pull this one off. So, let's see. Let's see if they can do it now. Either way, I'm personally happy. It's Cursed Hollow. I like the map. I like the map a lot. Very fun to cast. Also, you can cast like 5 games of Cursed Hollow in a row, and every single one of them is different. Teams that focus on bosses, some focus on the objective. There's so many different ways that you can play this out. And oh, they go for Rexa. Early on, Team Orc over here. Rexa and Rhaegar are being taken as their first picks. Okay, and Cure picked Togger, which means, again, control over mercenary camps. To be easily claimed. And let's have a look on what else they are now banning out here. Picking first. Quick reminder as well, if you're watching this on YouTube, there should be a link in the description to a vote. If you want to vote for the upcoming qualifiers and also the playoffs, which heroes you would like to get rid of, a hero that you hate, that you don't want to see, that you get bored with seeing all the time, you can cast your vote. You don't have to be a subscriber or a member on YouTube, you don't have to do any of this. Obviously always welcome if you support the channel, but you can just click the link and cast your vote there. Link should be in the description. We had a couple hundred people already do that. Again, if you want to have a say in which heroes are not being played in the upcoming qualifiers and the playoffs, that's where you do it. So yeah. And Nguyen gets banned. No father and son duo for them that they can use. No light bomb, porter pulled, engage that they can run there. But yeah, that leaves us with the last ban. You could target Nano. It's actually interesting also to see Madara with Hanzo, because I talked in game number 1 about how the early pick into Chromie can be partly explained that both Nano and Madara play the hero, and you didn't only want to pick it for Nano, you also want to make sure that Madara doesn't get it. And it's a little bit similar with Hanzo here, because Nano is known essentially for his Hanzo and for his Chromie. He has played a lot of other mages, he has a lot more heroes where he's absolutely fantastic at, but when you have to pick 2 heroes where you say, okay, which ones do you associate with him, these would be it. And so this time it was Madara that picked it away from him, and yeah, it's just fun to see that. So we get Li Ming, and we have Mal'Ganis now taken. And that leads us right away to the double pick, particularly, of course, the support for Legacy is now interesting. And Ultralisk. Now, Ultralisk is always the one that you oftentimes try to ban out. Maiev is taken away for that very reason. Could still play as Karrigan, could still play a range damage dealer, and as Medivh. They go Medivh and Karazim. Okay, so Ultralisk on Medivh, always insanely annoying. And now it's time for Nano. What are we getting? They already have a mage. They could always swap some heroes over and around in the swapping phase. But, yeah. Curse Tolo. This is that chance to make this a 2-0. Make it a 2-0, go to the winner bracket final, don't even bother with the loser bracket. Don't even bother with game number 3. So, can they do it? Well, they're gonna try Junkrat here. Game number 2 in our winner bracket final, semi-final. Number 2 between Team PG and the Vinland Raiders. Second game in the best of 3 series here at the semi-final. And, well, some of you already picked up on it. The Raiders banned Anduin, but they didn't have to because he was played last game. So they kind of brain farted there a bit and had technically one more ban available that they didn't use because of that. But that's how it goes. Now we have Ping gapped on the left side with Cure on Hogger, Legacy on Karazim, Madara with Hanzo, and Ultralisk on Medivh. Skog is playing Varian. As we have on the right side of the map, the Raiders with Sven on Rexa, Nano on Junkrat. Hunter Orc is playing Rhaegar. We have Simon on Liming. And Johan is playing Mal'Ganis. The last game started very quickly with some neat kills for the Raiders. This time I don't think we're gonna get any kills that quickly. At least not from them. I mean, could always be proven wrong, of course. But let's see what we're gonna get there. We have down at the bottom of the map already Liming and Mal'Ganis. Everybody is just trying to edge out small advantages over the opponent, poke down a tower or two, and maybe even get a kill. But with Medivh in particular, you can always cheat a little bit. You can very, very easily just set up a portal and try to gank up on the next lane, and this is what they're going to continuously be trying. Now, of course, we're going to take a closer look also on the quest stacks for Medivh and see if Ultralisk is able to survive or not. But yeah. And as the camps spawn, Rhaegar is making his way over to the camp immediately. Getting a bit of help from Nano, but this is the beauty of running Hogger in your composition, that you can just simply get him onto the point, and then you just ping-pong around all day, every day, and you're getting mad value. Which is essentially what's happening here right now as we speak. So, yeah, job nicely done here. And even a bit more damage down at the bottom of the map for just 1 second. Okay, so Ultralisk, careful. We have them now also dealing with the Siege Giant camp. Now this is always a little bit of the question, how early do you take those Siege Giants? But oh wow, they're even invading this one. The Raiders have really tanked a lot of confidence in the last game, and now they're showcasing this right here. They're stealing the camp and they even get a kill. Damn. That is something. These guys have absolutely no respect right now. They're coming in again and they're saying, you know what, guys? I am going to absolutely crush this right now. We're going to dominate this from the early game. You can invest all of the time on those, and then we come in, steal it away from you, even get a kill with it, and continue pressuring through the bot lane, destroy the entire wall there, and just propel it forward towards the fort itself. They are looking so strong. Now, if you do that, you of course also expose yourself to danger. You can get flanked, and if you just go a little bit too far out, you can get punished easily. So if they can somehow survive through all of that and really play it close, then this would be an incredible series for them. I am really amazed. I want to see how far the Raiders can go, if this is the type or the quality of play that we can expect from them throughout the entire tournament. So, yeah. It's going to get really interesting here real quickly. Earth Living Ancient is in. We got, of course, now also Taunt. And this is where the blue team should step it up very, very quickly. I mean, Taunt is such an amazing ability throughout the entire game, but if you have it at level 4 and unleash it there, you should be able to follow up with damage time and time again. The cooldown is so low, you can use it multiple times within any kind of fight. I like also that we have Junkrat to counteract Medivh a little bit, so that really helps. Whenever the portal is out, he can just simply play along with those mines and try to get the other team into real trouble when they're trying to go through the portal. But this is tribute number 1, and they hope to set themselves up with a bit of an advantage. Varian in trouble, and he's not the only one. There's the shield on Karazim, and... Whoa. Nice save by Junkrat. Oh! 68 points. They're getting slaughtered. They're really getting slaughtered here. I mean, let's be honest for just a second. Yes, they didn't die, but they're all so low that they cannot really engage in this. So that tribute is going to be channeled. There's the lead again for the Raiders. They have the early level 7, and now they can, with level 7 and Siege Giant, start to push the bot lane and try and go for the fort. So they are looking once again absolutely fantastic in the early game. Now the lead is nearly extending to a level. It's not enough to make me say, okay, they're going to take this, particularly when moves like this happen. This is exactly the kind of play that the blue team needs. They're struggling. That's undeniable. But at least they are able to now set up these portal plays to try and get a couple of kills. So this is actually quite neat. In a situation like this, if you can lock a quick kill in, that's how you get yourself back into the game. It doesn't change the fact, though, that structurally they have taken a bit of a beating already. At least at the bottom of the map. Another attempt down here. Oh, but Skog is low. No, he's not gonna die here. Or at least I don't think so. Well, now that Li Ming is saying hello, nah, they won't be able to get the kill. But the lower you drop him, the better. It forces the Karazim to use some of his mana, forces them also back maybe to tap a fountain. There's a lot of plays that you can do around this. You want to set yourself up for the next objective, of course. It's also interesting to note that Karazim, Medivh is already at 30 stacks, 31 at this point. So he is real high. At this point you want to use the shield only for yourself. You want to make sure that you complete that quest, and we'll see what Ultralisk does. But now he needs to definitely be very careful that he doesn't get killed here. 32 is neat and nice, but yes, just make sure that you're not going to get completely murdered. They're trying to go again for the doggy. There's Taunt and Hunter Orc. Oh, gets nearly killed by Junkrat as he just pushes Varian into the path of Rhaegar. If not for the cooldown coming back just in time, he would have fallen there. Look how close level 10 is, by the way. If the blue team, they have to, it's a do or die. Either get it or get the hell out of there. Those are your options. It seems like Varian is also going to fall here, and they're trying for Mal'Ganis, but they can't get the kill. And now we have level 10, and all of a sudden, it's time for the Ancestral to come out. They're still trying to get a Riptire kill. I guess they're not... Oh, he completes it. Quest complete. Time to feed. Oh, nearly. He gets away. Now they get, of course, the tribute, and they still got the kill on Hanzo. So it's 2 kills that they were able to lock in. They have that 1 level lead, and now the bottom fort has also fallen. But yeah, still a nice advantage. But it was kind of important for Medivh to complete the quest there. He could have died. I mean, let's face it, he was so close to dying. It was so close. 1 auto attack, I think, would have been enough, and he would have fallen. You got a heal from Karazim shortly after. Now they have at least both level 10 abilities, so it means we have Shockwave. And they're actually going for it. So, how's the red team going to play this? At this point, it seems like they're not really interested in going for the boss. Then they should at least take their own camp. I mean, top side, we still have, of course, Sven pushing this out with Rexa. He's at 16 stacks for his Hunter-Gatherer, and now they're going for their own boss camp. Bit of damage now also done thanks to the minion wave that they have, and they go for this a little bit late to the party. Bot side, I guess, there's a good chance that the fort is now going to get destroyed. But yeah, what can they actually do here? Since at the top they've already done a bit more damage, I think this could also just end up with both of these teams accelerating the game a little bit, but this is a real concern. 14 seconds, they gotta back off. They can't push with this. They might have been tempted, but it's not possible, because this is a potential curse here. And you can't really sacrifice this. So maybe the Siege Giant is going to help to defend the fort. But, yep, now this one's up. At the top, they're already pushing through this. There's no level 13 talent that any of these teams can rely upon now, but the Raiders are half a level away from it. Also unleashing the boars here. Yeah, they try to get a kill, and look at that. They're keeping Varian away from the portal, and that means the frontliner is gone. So goodbye, Varian, and it seems like Cure is not going to make it either. So Hoggar dies. That's 5 kills to 1. I am amazed by the Raiders. I really am. I am very much so impressed. They are doing such a great job here, and it is pretty incredible. They still have half HP on the boss, and they can now go for the bottom keep even. Can they destroy the entire thing? Doubt it, but still. This is pretty impressive shit that we're seeing from them. No denying it. If you show me these two teams, I'm telling you Ping Gap has an advantage. But now the Raiders, they are just absolutely murdering this. Game number 1 was already amazing from their perspective, and now just look at this. They are doing more and more damage. The blue team is barely escaping through the portals. They have so much trouble here already. Junker is at the bottom of the map. The fort over here in the middle is getting destroyed by the minions. Up at the top lane, the keep has taken severe damage. It might not fall, but it doesn't have to. Li Ming dies. Finally some kills for the blue team. Hell, it's about time. They're getting another one, don't they? Seems like Mal'Ganis is not going to make it either. But the keep is also going to fall. So even if they are losing more heroes here, who cares? You just destroyed a keep. We are only 9 minutes into the game. Down at the bottom of the map, the minions are doing damage. Rexa, yes, he falls, but in the middle, the gate is gone, a tower is gone, another tower is about to fall. Just think about how far behind they are in structures. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, again, they don't have a keep at the top lane. We're 10 minutes in. Now, it's a half-level advantage, so getting those kills helped them a little bit at least to close the gap. But they gotta do more than that. And I don't know if I see it right now. I mean, the coordination that we had from the Raiders up to this point is pretty stellar. It's very good. So, question still remains, what else can they do here? What else can they pull off now? Because there's still a few more things that they can definitely do. But yeah, time will tell. Down at the bottom of the map, obviously. I mean, they're trying all over the place right now. They have Hog at the top lane. They have Medivh down at the bottom of the map. Goal is to get experience. Goal is to catch up, which they are doing, and push these lanes out a bit further. But as the game continues, they need to win team fights. They need to take structures down. They are very close in experience now, though. So 16 versus 16 is going to be easy for them. It's also 0 tributes for either team. So you can stabilize here. You can definitely bring this back, stabilize a little bit, you know. Locker durch die Hose atmen. And that's gonna get you far, potentially. But, yeah, they need kills. And they're trying to set them up here. But they're also... Okay, taunt against Li Ming. She didn't see that coming. Oh, dodges the arrow. Beauty! Beautiful! Yeah, dodge the arrow. Hanzo is not getting value out of this. And everybody's still alive here. Ah, the conversion! Yeah, nice! Big damage, but nobody's dying. Even Li Ming, she's looking for some resets. The Ancestral just coming in too late, and now Mal'Ganis is gone, and the blue team is looking for more kills, and they might even get them. They nearly got a few there. They're diving in with the portal once more, but that also means that all of a sudden Skok finds himself in trouble as he gets pushed out. Rexa, again the Ancestral, just half a second too late, and this is now a problem. Ping Gap, they've decided to go on the offensive, and they're taking everything down. 1, 2, 3, 4 gone. 4 heroes dead. Karazim dies to minions, but it's a 5-man team wipe as they take the lead in experience, and the blue team finally is showing some signs of life. That's what I was waiting for the entire time, that Ping Gap would show off their skills here, and we see them breathing a sign of life into this game. 9 kills to 6, but yeah, rough. Absolutely rough here. Karazim dying to minions, that of course is still kind of funny. And at least down here, a couple of structures are gonna get destroyed. So there's that. The wall is gone. But now the boss at the top is getting attacked. I am not so sure how fast they are. I mean, Karazim is back in 7, so... Yeah, okay, as each team is gonna get a boss. Which is kind of funny when you think about it, because now this means that they're gonna go with the boss for the core. So, what do? Your opponent will have to defend. Are you using the opportunity to do some damage in the middle and try and take a keep down? Or do you instead just say, alright, whatever, we're going to go for a core and trying to do some damage there? Don't forget, the red team is not behind in experience. So the red team is actually behind in XP. Yeah, and they're just defending. They're just defending and going for the tribute, as it seems. They want to make sure that their bot lane is still looking fine. And, yep, there we are. So get the damage in there, defeat it quickly, make sure that your keep doesn't even take any damage. Seems to be the name of the game. And over here they have 1 hero defending, that's all that they need for now, and they want to get some of those structures destroyed too. I gotta give it to Ping Gap. They're really doing the best they can to bring this one back. They have, of course, given up the tribute down at the bot lane. That one was a giving where everybody was positioned. But now the fort at the top is destroyed. And this is not going to do any significant damage to the core, if it's going to do any damage at all. Which is a little bit questionable, honestly. Maybe can break through the shield, but I highly doubt it. And the answer is no. But it allowed the red team to get back in experience, so they are just a little bit behind what we're seeing from the blue team. So still fairly even there. The lost keep at the top, that is the biggest difference between the two teams. It definitely is. Makes the biggest difference also from the perspective of catapults pushing. So something to account for. Ultralis is, by the way, the only one that hasn't died in this game. Only hero, only player that hasn't died once yet. So good on Medivh. Yeah, blue team about it, level 20. Still one tribute up at the top, but yeah. Portal rotations, always nice, always fast. And we have them with little surprises here. Medivh is cheating as usual. Bullseye is in, and we got Glory to the Alliance. Always debatable, but yeah. And the red team falls back for just a second because they're like, maybe that gap is a little bit bigger than we expected, and we need our Storm Talents too, or we're not going to take that one. So yeah. Tribute channel has happened. 2-1 now. And any moment now we're going to get level 20 for the Raiders. And well, there it is. So, Farsia's Blessing has to hit him in time, but there they go. We get the extra oomph. We have the kill command. And Alone in the Dark for Mal'Ganis. Alright guys, here it is. The opportunity for the Raiders. They were farther ahead earlier. They were in a really, really nice spot. But yeah, this is still a big chance for them to end this series on map number 2, not even having to fight on the third one, and go straight to the winner bracket final. And of course, get some massive, massive points for the leaderboard, for the rankings, in order to qualify for the playoffs. Medivh still up at the top. That's Medivh's damage. He shouldn't really be too far. Yeah, he's actually at 32,000. 32,000. So he's looking very good here. They, on the other hand, might have a problem. And yes, they do. They have a big problem because Kharazim is about to die. Yep, and there it is. Kharazim is dead, and oh, damn. Kharazim gone, and that is your healer. That is your sustain. And yeah, they're losing Varian. No, Skork. There it is. Skork is dead. Varian is gone. This might be game. There's a tribute that you can grab. There's bosses up in a minute. There's a keep in the middle that you can easily pick. Junkrat is already channeling. Now Ultralisk is about to die. He doesn't make it out of the fight. The Ancestral is there. It's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare for Team PG. Ping Gap is losing way too much here. They're losing ground and they're losing it quickly. It's 2 defenders that they have left. The keep, they're already abandoning the attempt to go for the keep because they're realizing, guys, why are we wasting our time? This is a play for core, and the catapults will finish off that keep no matter what. This seems like lights out. Pretty impressive performance by the Raiders. I've been saying it before and I say it again. They're looking great, but they haven't won it yet. Li Ming dying might actually put a stop to this. Now, the keep has been destroyed, Hanzo is missing an arrow, and the core is losing some hit points, but this isn't over. Yeah, this is actually not over. Defense was good enough. Well, Hanzo's dead. Alright, so Hanzo is dead. Yeah, that happened. That's a little bit annoying, because with him surviving, it would have been a 5 versus 4, which would have, which would have made it a little bit easier to go for the bosses. But now there's bosses up, and there's a tribute. So you're essentially playing a 4 versus 4, with Li Ming coming back a lot sooner than Hanzo, and you have to protect the bosses, and you have to protect the tribute. Good luck with that, particularly if now they're losing Ogre again. Cure, what are you doing today? Is the ping really that big of a problem for him? Because Q now dying, and yeah, they get Junkrat. I mean, every time there's a kill, there's a counter. But Skork is low, and Skork is gone. Goodbye. Skork is dead. Catapults on the core. Medivh cheating once again, but now Li Ming is back to business, and she's likely going to walk past the tribute and channel it. And then it's game over and a curse. They're going for the 5-man wipe here. 5-man. Team wipe in a moment. Medivh is just slowing everything down. I have no idea why she didn't just channel. The channel there ends it. You're not gonna do a lot if that thing happens. But they have everything up on the map now, so it's basically... I mean, they have so many heroes here. Ultralisk, he can do whatever he... I mean, what can he do, honestly? He can try and interrupt a little bit, but they just have to go for both at the same time, and they just don't have a chance of interrupting this over and over again. So yeah, now they're cursed, and now they can go for the boss. They don't even have to deal with the core, because this is checkmate right there. Ping Gap can't defend the boss and the core at the same time. This is not possible, particularly if they also want to hold on to the keep at the bottom of the map. So now the boss at the top is getting attacked, and once this guy is gone, then it's going to be a straight play for core. It's 11 kills to 13 already overall, so we have 24 kills. And the boss is claimed. Good luck defending this. Even with a full 5-man. I mean, how are you planning to do that? Boss is now marching towards the top lane. They're gonna get it right there. We have them defending as best as they can on the remaining lanes against the catapults, but that curse is gonna hit them for another 30 seconds. And this means that at least the keep at the bottom of the map is about to be destroyed. I'm not even talking boss right now, but with 20 minutes on the clock, this is of course gonna hurt too. They're flanking in, best they can do, and they kill Mal'Ganis. Nice! They kill Mal'Ganis. Job well done, at least that worked out for them, but this isn't over yet, and just buying time alone is already working in favor of the red team. So the keep at the bottom of the map is nearly gone. This is the last remaining keep that they have. And they have now to defend their core, which in and of itself is already going to get tricky. So yes, keep down at the bottom of the map, 100% going to get destroyed by the next minion wave now. And here comes the play for core. And I'm sorry, but this isn't happening. You gotta right-click this thing and then it's gone. Right-click it? Are you kidding me? Really? You are not going past them and just kill that thing. Alright, boys, if the blue team wins this, that would be amazing. I mean, now they've lost literally every single keep, but how is this not over? How did you just not walk past them with a boss and just simply right-click this? 59%. It doesn't change the fact that the chances of Ping Gap to bring this back are pretty much zero. I mean, what can they do? Okay, let's think about this a little bit. If I was them, I would try to take this and then end the game with it. What else are you going to do? Play the slow game? You can't. Your core is at 59%. You have catapults pushing through every single lane now. This is the only play you have. This is literally the only play. And they're going for it. They're trying to force the fight here. Guys, if the blue team wins this fight, they might win the game. If they win the fight here, they might win the game. Red team has to buy time, and they can't afford to lose Mal'Ganis now. So, yeah, Mal'Ganis a little bit low, and they kill Hanzo. This is... please, I mean, tell me this is over now. They can't defend again. This isn't happening. Oh! Yeah, this is over. This is definitely over. This is too much. Way too much. Okay, so now they're not wasting any time there anymore. Final play right there. Hoggar's the only defender. I mean, Cure could make up for a lot if he's now all of a sudden able to just defeat them single-handedly. But yeah, this ain't happening. So job well done. GG. And this is a 2-0 victory for the Raiders. Insane. As they move on to the winner bracket final. GG.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.